Meanwhile, at the local Gotham City Go-Go Club, Batman is making the scene. Ringside table, Batman? Just looking, thanks. I'll stand at the bar. I shouldn't wish to attract attention. Hi, old chums. I'm Bobby, and welcome to Dusty Old Movies. I have always loved Batman. And this Christmas, I got the 1960s Batman TV show on Blu-ray. Ha-ha! I got this, too. The picture quality is just incredible, and I have been loving watching these. And today, I'm going to be reviewing the pilot episodes that kicked off this incredible series. Now, for the first 2 seasons, the show aired 2 half-hour episodes each week. Wednesday night would end in a cliffhanger, and then Thursday night would conclude the story. Same bat time, same bat channel. But for my review, I'm reviewing both episodes together and treat it like an hour show. So, atomic batteries to power, turbines to speed, Roger ready to review Diddle RIddle and Smack in the middle. Batman has been fighting crime in the comic book since 1939, facing a variety of colorful and eccentric villains. In the 1940s, Batman even made it into a couple movie serials. Then in the 60s, ABC wanted to do a Batman TV show. However, they wanted it to be more hip than the traditional superhero show, sort of like the Man from U.N.C.L.E. TV series, and they handed it over to veteran producer Bill Dozier. Bill Dozier had never read a comic book, so he bought a dozen Batman ones, read them, and thought, this is ridiculous. And then he had the idea that they should overdo it, so that the show would be funny for adults, but still be an exciting adventure for kids. Lorenzo Semple wrote the script and created the show's unique blend of action and comedy, as well as creating some of the visual aesthetic, like the words pow and bam appearing during the fight scenes. The show was literally going to be a comic book come to life. Bill Dozier spotted Adam West in a James Bond spoof Nesquik commercial and thought he would be perfect as a heroic and funny Batman. And he cast energetic newcomer Burt Ward as Robin. Adding to the mix were elaborate sets and a groovy-looking Batmobile. This was to be the battiest pilot ever produced. At the Moldavian exhibit at Gotham City's World's Fair, the Prime Minister cuts into the Moldavian friendship cake, explodes, and releases a riddle. The Gotham City police cleverly deduce that it is the work of the Riddler. Batman and Robin go after him, but the Riddler tricks them into falsely arresting him. Facing a lawsuit, the dynamic duo try to figure out his clue, and it leads them to a go-go club. Batman does the Batusi, but is drugged by Riddler's mole Molly, and Robin gets kidnapped. You know what they say, bats have more fun. Will Batman save Robin in time? Will the dynamic duo stop the Riddler? Will I like this episode? Stay tuned, the grooviest is yet to come. The story is more about the basic good guys versus bad guys than it is about the Riddler's specific plan, but that works for me. First of all, it works thematically. Batman says the Riddler contrives his plots like artichokes. You have to rip out the spiny leaves to get to the heart. And that's what happens here. The Riddler leaves Batman and Robin some mind-bending riddle. They go to where the clue leads them. The Riddler messes with them in some way, and then gets away. Then his final riddle leads to his big scheme. However, they do so many interesting things with it, like Robin's kidnapping and Molly disguising herself as Robin, that it's really fun. It has genuine drama and suspense. The thing I don't like, though, is the way the idea of the lawsuit is handled. It is such an interesting idea and so devastating for Batman because it means he'll have to take off his mask in court and everyone will know he's Bruce Wayne. However, after the scene where Bruce Wayne is musing over it, it just kind of goes away for the rest of the episodes until a throwaway line at the end. And I think if it had been integrated more into the story, these episodes could have had even more suspense. Although these episodes do have that missed opportunity, they also serve as the perfect introduction to the character Batman. For millions of people, this was their introduction to Batman. And it establishes both the dark side and silly side to the character. First of all, they address that Bruce Wayne became Batman because his parents were murdered. You get one line about it in Bruce Wayne's opening scene, and then he elaborates more on it when he is contemplating about the Riddler's lawsuit. It's not the $1 million, Alfred. It's the very idea of it. My identity revealed, my value as a secret crime fighter ended, everything I've trained myself for since my parents were murdered by dastardly criminals in the ash can. Gone. Off the chute. You get his motivation, and even though they omit the fact that Bruce Wayne actually saw the murder, you still get the dark tragedy that he came from. Also, by him mentioning his training, it gives it a little bit more of a reality to it, and you realize how crazily obsessed with crime fighting he must be to train himself into this. I mean, normal people don't build atomic bombs. Hearing the origin in this episode works especially well too, because you appreciate it even more how upset Batman is with Riddler kidnapping Robin, because it is another loved one being taken away by crime. This episode shows some of the darkest aspects of Batman's character, but it is also the episode where he dances. Hi, I'm Batman. This is a Batusi, and as you can see, I shake a pretty mean cape. Holy boogie woogie, Batman! It's so silly and goofy, and Adam West, who created the dance, is really funny when doing it. However, it does seem like a bit of an odd choice, because this episode's a little more on the serious side. But I like it, because right off the bat, we get both aspects of the character. He earnestly hates crime, but at the same time, it's a grown man dressed like a bat fighting someone in a question mark suit. And speaking of which, let's talk about the fabulous villains, the Riddler and Molly. Riddle me this, Batman. There are 3 men in a boat with 4 cigarettes but no matches. How do they manage to smoke? Answer. They throw 1 cigarette overboard and make the boat a cigarette lighter. The stand-up comedian Frank Gorshin is so manic and intense as the Riddler, and he throws his entire body into it. He's just amazing to watch. However, he also handles these quiet moments well too, where you still feel his insanity behind his eyes and smile, and it sort of has a Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal Lecter-like quality, even when he's giving out his hokey riddles, which is part of the fun of the character. Riddle me this, Batman. Which president wore the biggest hat? Answer. The one with the biggest head. You always feel his passion for outwitting Batman. And strangely enough, in the comic books, the Riddler was actually just a minor villain, but Frank's portrayal made him one of the most famous. Along with the Riddler, Jill St. John as Molly is fantastically fiendish and the perfect femme fatale. She can be really vicious and has these sly glances, but there's also something warm and inviting about her, and you can see why old Batman goes for her. Both her and the Riddler add a lot of genuine threat and dimension to these episodes, and make them so compelling. ABC created an enormous publicity campaign for the show, and Batman kapowed into the ratings, being one of the biggest immediate hits ever on television, and creating a full-on Batmania. And I can see why. These episodes are the perfect start to the series, balancing both comedy and drama and creating a grand adventure. And I give it 4 Batmobiles out of 4. Thank you for watching Dusty Old Movies, and have a batty day. Na 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 na, Batman!